What's going on, pop culture fan? Welcome back to the Radioactive Pop Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Rue, and as always with me is
Kungfu.
That's right, baby, and we back at it, coming to you from the Lone Star State here in Austin, Texas. A little tongue-tied.
Yes, sir. A little bit.
Yeah, so we're obviously with the holiday. We didn't record last week, but we're going to record this week, and it's been pretty heavy on the rumors and the casting confirmation in the comic book movie world. So we're going to dive right in it. I mean, just initially, without giving the people what they want to hear, let's just kind of go like your first thoughts. Like what
give the people what they want.
I mean, obviously, just to kind of get the cat out the bag, it's no surprise that we were going to get all this information after the strike was over, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that, some of it is shocking, right? Because obviously these characters are going to be portrayed by actors that for sure, one of them, I was not even anywhere near the scope of this person playing this character, but I'm all for it. But yeah, so I mean, obviously now with the strikes gone, we got a lot of stuff coming out. We got some dates moving, we got some dates not moving, some dates staying on schedule, some stuff resuming and wrapping filming, and a whole bunch of casting stuff going on. So let's jump right in it with Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four.
That's right.
I think the real bomb drop here is pretty much, it's confirmed. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Yeah.
I want to get your thoughts first. What do you think about
that? When I first heard about it last week, I was like, okay, no, they got Daddy. They got Daddy. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be interesting. It's just he's a little older because I know that he will probably be, they're gonna probably make 3 of them. So depending how old he's gonna be by the third one. So his plate's full. His plate is really full right now.
Yeah.
Like real full from The Last of Us season 2 for the start filming next year. Mandalorian. Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? That whole bullshit. And you got this. So his plate's full with that. But I'm excited for it. They definitely I think so. It was kind of crazy that this role as Reed Richards was pretty much presented to so many actors, and a lot of actors turned it down. And so I think that it was like, hey, we got to get the best available person, and we got to offer them a lot of money to take this role, because they literally offered the role to like Jake Gyllenhaal at one point. They offered to Adam Driver.
Jamie Dornan.
It was a lot of actors, and all of them turned it down. And this is what's rumored, speculated. It was because either the money wasn't right, or they didn't want to be number 2 on the casting call list, because the number 1 person on that list is Vanessa Kirby. She's the star of the movie. She's number 1 on the casting call list. It's not a male actor; it's a female actor.
Yeah.
So it's here. He say, she say on that rumor, but it's kind of crazy that a lot of main actors turned it down. But I'm excited for it. If you look at them together, they make a good couple, because what it's supposed to take place in the 60s or 70s, like it's kind of deal before everything.
Yeah.
So when you look at them as a couple, they could be the next MCU power couple. And then, of course, we still we still have our boy from Stranger Things playing
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah, and the guy who plays the Thing, I don't know for sure who that is.
Ebon Moss-Bachrach, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, he was in Andor.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in Andor.
Okay.
So,
and then just recently, One that popped off that I wasn't expecting, but when I think about it, I'm like, I could see him playing this role. Cillian Murphy
Oh
playing
yeah,
Doctor Doom.
Cillian Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I could definitely see. Like I'm probably more excited for that than Pedro Pascal playing Reed Richards because I could
Well,
see him
yeah.
playing that kind of character.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. He definitely fits the part, right? Like
Yes, he does.
he always plays a good villain.
He was awesome.
Obviously I
He
think
was awesome as Scarecrow.
yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
liked
it.
him as Scarecrow, but there's another movie that was directed by Wes Craven that came out I think right after Batman Begins, and I can't remember. It was with Cillian Murphy and
Mhm.
Rachel McAdams called Red Eye. Have you ever seen that movie?
It sounds familiar. I probably seen
Where
like
she was
posters.
like she worked for an airliner
Mhm.
agency and like in an airport, and she was going home to go visit her dad, and Cillian Murphy gets on the flight with her, and this dude's like a fucking hitman,
Oh yeah. Okay, I never saw it.
and they
I remember the
yeah,
trailer. Yes, I remember the
dude,
trailer.
he was awesome as the villain in that movie. So, with him being now again, we still have that's like the newest rumor, right? We still have Mads Mikkelsen in the running, apparently. A couple of other names are thrown
Hey,
out there were like Ray Fiennes, and
we still
I don't know, man. I know Mads Mikkelsen was in Doctor Strange. I still like him as Doom. I mean, he has the
yeah.
accent, and we're looking,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, Kelly to get an accent. He's fine with that.
yeah,
He'll be
no, yeah,
fine.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Um,
we still have the rumor once again. More Fantastic Four news. Um, Javier Bardem as Galactus, and did
and
you?
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I just knew about
Yeah,
Javier
so they're
Bardem.
apparently those two are in the running to play Galactus,
And,
and
and then we
the
got and the Taylor Joy.
see. Okay, so
Now
let's
that
pump
one,
the let's pump the brakes.
yes,
Let's pump the brakes. Hold on, wait,
that's
because
the
I want
one.
to go back. I want to say my piece about Pedro Pascal
Okay, go ahead.
because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of hate right now, right? And it's like it's almost akin to the same hate that he was getting when he got cast as Joel in The Walking Dead,
Mhm.
which is he's not white, you know. And then now the show comes out and everyone shut the hell up.
Sure did.
So, you know, I get it. I'm gonna have a piece about the rumor with Anya Taylor Joy if it is true. But yeah, I mean, again, with the cast that they have currently right now, I think it's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's a pretty solid cast. And again, going back to the whole rumor mill of like, oh, well, they didn't want to be second fiddle and it wasn't the money. I think a lot of that is just Deadspin and Hollywood Reporter just adding their own little flair to just kind of create. Because to me, it doesn't seem like most of those actors that were up for the role of Reed Richards or possibly, we don't even know. They're just rumors, right? They
Hmm.
just don't seem like that type of character that would be like, well, I'm not first chair. Well, then I'm out. Or wait, what? I'm going to be this, I'm not going to be the star of the show. I'm going to be second fiddle to a woman. I'm out. Like, I just don't think that that's part of their character for them to do that. So I think a lot of that is just they're trying to create a fire and
Hmm.
get clicks and clickbait kind of stuff. But now I will say, and I may be in the minority here, but that's okay. I will be absolutely fucking livid if Anya Taylor Joy is a Silver Surfer. It's no, nope,
You know
nope.
something? I'm with you on that one. I'll be pissed off too but she also be supposed to be playing. Okay, who is this character? Some female that's also she was rumored to play as well. It was somebody. It was another character.
Well, see, so I forgot what her name is. Now I'm
It
drawing a
was
blank
yeah. It was two
because it
characters.
was
She was
she could be the second herald of Galactus, who was a female, and she was like all on fire and kind of shit, which kind of akin to the Human Torch a little bit. But if that's the case, I'm all for that because they're obviously right. The genders fit, they fit the character. Um, there's something else we'll talk about later that I'm really just on the fence about too when it comes to another character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I just
I
and
just
it's not
saw.
just me. I think a lot of just the people. See, here's the thing: is that I think when it comes to these movies, is that there's a major fan base that comes from the comic books, right?
Of course,
That
yeah.
want to see this stuff, and they want to see, you know, true to the character in most aspects. But like, you know, you could gender swap and change this and make Monica Rambeau's mom binary, even though she was never had powers. She was never binary in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Binary was Captain Marvel when the Kree tried to mess with her and created something new for a time. Like, that's fine. You could take liberties and do little things like that. But I don't think they should take the liberty in gender swapping the Silver Surfer. It's not going to go well. It's
Oh yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
not going to
think
go
they
well.
will. I don't think they will. But I did see on Twitter, like she could be playing one of the villains, one of Galactus heralds. I did see that.
Yeah,
Honestly, if they're gonna pick Silver Surfer, I don't know if it's just me, but Silver Surfer gives off a skinny ass black dude vibes with a deep voice. That's just me. Some
but
actor.
that's and see, but that's the funny thing is like that's the um I don't want to say the appeal of the character, but he is very unassuming, right? Like he's on a surfboard in space, right? But he fucking wields the power cosmic. There's stories in the comic books where he fucking wields Mjolnir.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the most powerful characters out there. He'd
And
definitely for sure
I think you
give
both
Carol
have that
Danvers a
toy.
run for her manor. Yeah.
I think you both
So like
have that toy, that Silver Surfer
yeah,
toy with Milner. You both have it.
yeah. So, you know, there's definitely going to be some stuff going on there, but you know, we'll see. Um, but again, the next piece of news, the next piece of the rumor mill, in terms of the Marvel camp, that has a lot of people talking about
Okay, which one is
is
this?
the Thunderbolts
Okay.
and Stephen Yun cast as the Sentry.
Yes.
It's got a lot of people talking, and I kind of hate to say it, kind of rightfully so. It's well, number one, he's not. I mean, a lot of people like the character. He's not a substantial character, but I think it's a character that Marvel really didn't need to use because he's basically the Marvel's universe's Superman. That's
Pretty much.
basically what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he does go crazy, and he has an evil side to him that comes out called the Void. So I'm wondering if that's going to be kind of like the crux of what the Thunderbolts are going to be doing, is maybe going after the Void, kind of
Could
like
be.
akin to like a Suicide Squad type mission.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you
yeah,
see?
I just don't know Stephen Yun as being
Did you
cast as
see?
the Sentry, man. I just don't see it.
Did you see his post on Twitter a couple weeks ago where he says, I think he was like, "Well, I guess I'm stuck to playing a character in a blue and a blue and yellow suit."
Yeah.
It's some motion of some formation of that
Yeah,
conversation he posted on
and there
Twitter.
and there's and I love Stephen Yun. I think he's a phenomenal actor. Like he was a breakout star from The Walking Dead. Obviously, he's invincible. He's been in other movie projects where he
He's in
just stands
Beef.
out. What's that?
Beef.
Beef.
Beef. Yeah, he's in Beef on
What is
Netflix.
beef? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Oh yeah. 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 Obviously that Beef. Yeah, because he
Yeah.
got Golden Globe nomination or an Emmy nomination for that. But oh man, there was this one movie that he was in. Not too long after I think his character died in The Walking Dead, where he was like, it was like a company, and they all had to like fight each other to the death inside the company. It was kind of a wild movie, but he was really good in it. I would have to look that up, man. It's not coming off the top of my head. It just popped up in my head right now when we're talking about it. But again,
Yeah.
just some of these kind of smaller roles that he did that have been kind of standouts for him, and obviously with oh man, what was the name of the Oscar nominated movie that he was in?
I know what you're talking about, but
You
yeah, I
know what
can't
I'm
think
talking
of it.
about, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
do.
again, he's a phenomenal actor. I I just don't agree. I just don't see the casting, and maybe I just need to see it in action and be like, oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just not a big. I guess I'm just not a Sentry fan.
I got you. I understand that. So we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see what the whole Thunderbolt situation with that movie, the way it plays out. So,
that's kind of a scary situation too. I mean, with all the reshoots that they got going on, it's just,
well, you see, Bob Iger has already he I think that press conference this week, or was it
today.
today? Today, about he wants to pull back on a lot of Marvel stuff, like Marvel sequels. He wants to pull back in, I guess, the quote unquote, to people that can't see us on a podcast, open quotations, woke agenda. Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
pretty much trying to, I guess, him and Kevin Feige finna have a long conversation on what's happening with
Well, I
on the
mean,
Marvel side.
listen, there's casting of somebody for a role because they're cast for the role because they think that they're going to be the right fit for the role, and then there's just casting because you want to please everybody, right? And you just can't do that. It's just not how it works. Like, some media is loved by some people and not loved by others, and it is what it is. And I'm all for inclusion, when it makes sense. When it makes sense.
Yeah. And let's keep going with this Marvel news, because to me, it don't get no better from this point on from Marvel.
What you got? What you got?
So a couple weeks ago, was it Daniel Creighton? He dropped out of directing Kang Dynasty. And he did put on Twitter that he wants to focus now more on Shang-Chi 2, which is the good news, because after the first movie, we haven't heard shit from Shang-Chi on anything else.
Yeah.
So that's kind of great. So he's definitely going to focus on that. But on top of that, too, as well, oh boy. So Avengers Kang Dynasty got a new writer. His name is Michael Waldron. He's writing both Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, okay? But not just that. So that name is kind of familiar to people. He was the one that wrote Multiverse of Madness, and he helped create the Loki series create Loki for Marvel Studios. So pretty much, in my opinion, Multiverse of Madness, that movie was boring. To me, it was. It was just a boring movie. Now, and you got the same. Yeah, see, but now he's pretty much has the task to write 2 movies. So that has no director now. So, oh boy. So,
well, I mean,
it's going to be
in the scheme
interesting.
of things, though,
oh boy,
it's going to be interesting. But in the scheme of things, it's like it wasn't a poorly written movie. If you stop and think about it, just analyze it from just a writing standpoint, it wasn't bad. It was just, Sam Raimi is, I love Sam Raimi. I love the Spider-Man, 1 and 2, 3 is kind of meh, but we all know that was his middle finger to Sony. I love the Evil Dead franchise.
Of course.
Drag Me to Hell. Watch it every Halloween. I just don't think he's the type of director that Marvel needs. And what I mean by that is he wants to make the total, he wants total control. Here's what it's going to happen. This is how it's going to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's times when you can do that, but there's times when you can't. And I just don't think that that's what they needed with Multiverse of Madness, because you can definitely tell that is a Sam Raimi movie. And the idea that Kevin Feige first had when it came to just the Marvel Cinematic Universe was stories that had superheroes, not superheroes within the story, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened in Multiverse of Madness.
And it also does suck that your director admitted, yeah, uh, One Division, what's that? Never heard of it. Mm.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my, you like,
But again,
oh
this is
my
some of the
god,
stuff that Bob Iger and Kevin Feige are like, Homeboy took a lot of Kevin's. We talked about this last time, but Homeboy
yeah,
took a lot of Kevin Feige's power. Kevin Feige's power has
mm-hmm.
been reinstated. Bob Iger's like, look, we gotta slow it down. We gotta make good quality, and everyone, and I think the other thing is like everybody's freaking out at the fact that Bob Iger wants executives on set. That's how movies are made, people.
Pretty
Executive
much,
producers are on
yeah,
set because it's they're like, besides the director, like they're running the show. Like they're making sure people are on time. They're making sure the director has everything that they need. They're making sure that this movie's staying on track in terms of the budget and the shooting schedule, the sound design, all these different things. So I don't see what the fuss is when that's how every single movie is made. The executive producer is there like
yes,
95% of the time. So
yes,
I think
and like
this
I
is a
said,
good thing for Marvel because you can definitely
oh
tell
yeah,
that there was
it
not a
needs it,
lot of there was not a lot of steering the ship when it came to the multiverse saga. So
yeah,
I think I'm going to agree with you on the fact that I think Bob Iger's going to pump the brakes. We're still going through with
mm-hmm.
Kang. They're obviously, Homeboy's court started today, so they're
and from what it said, he so far he's 1-0 in the lawsuit. So far, the judge sided in his favor. So that's a good thing. So we'll see how it
yeah,
goes. But yeah, just Michael Waldron for the writer. We'll see. Because like I said,
yeah.
I thought
I
Multiverse of
mean, look,
Madness was
dude.
boring, and it was like
Loki
so.
season 1 was good.
Yes, it was good. So either this is going to be a hit or miss, or maybe he's that kind of writer that's better for TV than movies.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that before too. Like, hey, keep them separate. If you're gonna, if you're gonna write a movie, make sure it's actual movie writers, not TV writers.
Yeah,
I.e., hiring a fucking ass writer from Rick and Morty. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like whatever,
yeah,
kind of deal. So
yeah.
we'll see how it goes, but my hopes is not high on the way the script is going to be getting done. In another little rumor is happening that was announced today. Actually, there's two more that I have. Daphne Keene, who played X-23 in the Logan movie, she is rumored to be returning to Deadpool 3. And the rumor is that she signed a deal today to be on set really soon because they have officially started filming this week for Deadpool 3 and that she should be reporting soon. That's the rumor. But if that's the case, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Bring everyone back. I don't give a damn. If it's
No, no, no.
if it's the only
Can't.
Marvel movie next year, I'm all for Deadpool going everywhere. Come on in, let's fight. Come on in, let's fight. Let me
Nope.
kill you. I kill you. You kill
Can't,
you.
dude. Did we not learn anything from X-Men Origins Wolverine? They brought everybody and anybody into that movie, and it was complete dog shit. So
But I don't think this will. I don't think this will be dog shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I'm all for X-23 being in the movie for sure. I don't want them to bring anybody and everybody in this movie. It can't just be so convoluted to where you're just like, all right.
but you know something? I'm okay with that because I already know Ryan Reynolds is going to have those jokes about X-Men Origins. He gonna be like, well, this is probably a better X-Men Origins movie, guys. And he's gonna have a meta joke talking about the shitty movie he made. It's gonna happen. So I'm all for it
Well,
on that.
I hope not. He's already done it twice in Deadpool 1 and 2. So I think the running joke's a little bit over when it comes to X-Men Origins Wolverine. I want to hear something new because to me that's just kind of played out a little bit. I like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I think he is the definitive Deadpool, but I think that joke is got to go unless it's clever. It just can't just be like somebody
It's
that a 16-year-old could have made up. It's got to be a clever ass joke.
it'll be clever. It definitely will be clever because I probably wouldn't be surprised it happens of the moment where they actually show up on the beach where that 20th Century Fox sign is. He makes a
Yeah.
joke dealing with the X-Men origins. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens at that moment of the
Yeah.
movie. So
Well,
anything
if
is
she is
possible with
coming
that.
back, I'm interested to see like where she comes from because she obviously can't be on the beach with Logan.
Yeah.
So I for it to be funny is like if he's going through multiverses and it's the part
Mhm.
where they buried Logan and she turns it to an X and he walks by and he's like just drops like some roses and keeps on walking. That would be hilarious. That like
Oh,
for her
bro.
to have that cameo and just that would be hilarious.
Not just flowers. He blows a kiss.
Yeah.
Just walks off, and you see, and of course, now because the movie's no, she's older now. She pretty much she probably visits his grave once a year, and she's there, and he comes out of nowhere, and she looks like, "Who the hell are you?" Before blows a kiss and walks off, and that's it. Just something stupid like that.
That would be
That's,
hilarious.
that shit will be funny. It really will be funny.
All right,
Oh
man. What other
man.
piece of Marvel news you got?
And I'm trying to see. I don't know if it's going to be a live action or um, a animated show. It's animated. So I guess she already filmed her lines. Uh, Aman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, she's going to be like the main, not really star, but from what her words was, she's going to be like Frodo when it comes to the Marvel Zombie TV show on Disney Plus. So she already filmed her scenes and stuff like that. So and it's pretty much a spinoff of the What If series. So pretty much the let's see,
Yeah, the
4
Marvel
episodes.
Zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
speaking
so
of Marvel TV, I mean, the other caveat to that is they're considering season twos for Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk, and possibly more. So the only other thing that I can think of is possibly more is Daredevil, like a second season of Daredevil, or I Loki. I mean, that's not a second season, but a third season. But I don't know what else more could be. I mean, what else did we only just get one season of?
I don't know. And I saw that I did see about She-Hulk season 2, but I saw as well as they may nix that due to the ratings from the first season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even move forward with a She-Hulk season 2. That would not surprise me at all.
I think so, man. I think that show was actually really good. I think it was a breath of fresh air
I
when it came
I enjoyed it.
to Marvel. I think it was an appeal that they just need to narrow down a little bit better.
Yeah. So from a quote from Iman about the whole Marvel Zombies, she says, this is quoted from the direct.com. We've done the whole thing. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And I love that there are a lot of cool characters in the Marvel Zombie show. And Kamala is the kind of the center of the show. They describe it to me, it's like she's basically the Frodo of the story. And to her, that's amazing. So that is her quote. So yeah, it's done. It's done. An anime series. So it should be dropping sometime by next year. And I'm kind of excited about that. So that's gonna be a fun one, the Marvel Zombie, because I actually that episode of What If was pretty badass. That was a pretty
Yeah,
damn good episode. That was legit, and
yeah,
it was actually kind of scary. Couple of times where you like, oh my god, like what the hell's
yeah.
happening?
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was there. So, but I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, all right, last bit of Marvel news, and we'll switch up to to some DC and some kind of out of the comic book realm news.
Let's go.
But what'd you think of the Madam Web trailer? Not even a little bit. Do you think it'll be better than Love and Thunder?
God no.
Thor. You think it'll be? God. You don't think it'll be better than Thor, Love and Thunder?
Bro. People, if you can't see if you listen to the podcast, you can see my face right now. I'm making that emoji like really, like the whole lips and eyes, like really.
I mean,
the trailer alone gave me Morbius 2.0 vibes. Morbius with Venom. I know.
It's the same writer.
Exactly. My point. Exactly my point, bro.
But you really think it's not going to be better than Thor: Love and Thunder?
Fuck no. It's literally going to be on the level of Venom 2, and Morbius. It may be the worst one. Because come on.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
You don't like Venom or Venom 2?
Venom and Venom 2 is pretty low. It was pretty low down there. Venom 2 is a little bit better than Venom 1, a tiny bit. Morbius just sucked. Morbius was bad. I just did not like that movie.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah. But that's
wait a
under.
Minute. Hold on.
That's under Venom.
I think you might be.
I'm not.
You might be in the. I mean, I'm
in minority.
They're not perfect movies, but
if I had to pick one,
so you mean to tell me you think Thor: Love and Thunder are better than both Venom movies?
Yes, and Thor: Love and Thunder is probably and Thor: Love and Thunder is probably the worst Marvel movie next to Dark World. Dark World's bad. Dark World was real bad.
It had moments.
Love and Thunder was better. Love and Thunder was better. Love and Thunder was better than Dark World.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But what makes Dark World bad is the poor utilization of Malekith. Everything else was good.
Mm-hmm.
With the I take it back. The whole hiding the ether on Earth, which is the Reality Stone, that was kind of meh.
Yeah,
but kick-ass Thor villain that was just like the most unmemorable character that you had, that you really couldn't understand the whole, why they want to do what it is that they want to do, was horrible. Like Loki was a standout in that movie.
Oh yeah, he was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was just the movie as a whole, but I really that's the bottom of the barrel for Marvel, which to me, the Sony Marvel side of it is the bottom of the barrel for Marvel is, to me, the high level of Sony Marvel movies, which is the Venom 2, and Morbius. So pretty much,
I don't agree with how you view Venom 1. Venom 1 and 2. Listen, I'm not saying that they're that. I don't think that they should be like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, because they should not. And the fact that you have a character without Spider-Man or any type of Spider-Man, mythos involved in it is also a travesty.
Yes,
but
the good parts
are entertaining. They're entertaining.
No, here's the entertaining side of Venom. Is when fucking Tom Hardy is talking to himself. That is the entertaining side. When he's talking to himself in any point of movie, that's entertaining. Anything else was blah. Him and what's the girl that played his ex, the chick?
Oh yeah.
Boring. Boring as fuck. Hell, even the damn was it Mrs. Chan? Mrs. Chan? She was more entertaining than the ex-girlfriend. She was more entertaining than the villain.
She's not supposed to be.
That's the point. She wasn't supposed to be, but she was.
Woody Harrelson. I'm saying the girlfriend is not supposed to be entertaining. Like she's.
But but Mrs. Chan was more
I mean,
entertained
she
than
is, but she's
the
not.
villain.
She's not supposed to be the
Yeah.
crux of the movie.
Oh no, she wasn't. No, well, for part two she wasn't. For part one, she kind of was, but part two she really wasn't. She was just a character. She went there for a paycheck. She's made a cameo and dipped out, kind of deal. But yeah, whole Woody Harrelson with that shitty ass wig he had on, and that was just I wouldn't. What they should have did was when they was fighting in
I'm
the church.
shocked right now. I'm a
Bro,
bit surprised.
What they should have did was in the church scene, Venom should have went down to the hood, bought a dime bag, bought some weed, and went to go see him in the church. Yo, bro, I know you feel a certain kind of way. Let's smoke it out, bro. Let's smoke it out. He'll been like, I guarantee you, Woody Harrison been like, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Let's smoke it out. I guarantee. Now that shit would have been that shit would have been awesome. Like this motherfuckers is getting high. Venom is getting high. Carnage is getting high. Like this is some fun. This shit's entertaining. This shit's great. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
But the whole Madam Web thing, bro. Okay, so I give him this.
Is it going to be more? Is it going to be better than Craven?
But see, I don't know. I haven't seen Craven.
We've seen two trailers now. We've seen two trailers.
Yeah, per the trailer, they're about even. They're even. I totally forgot about Craven. Shit, that's another one. The whole Morbius 2.0, just brainstorming. Madam Web, Craven, they're all in the same bucket. They're literally all in the same bucket. And so, oh boy, fucking Craven biting noses off and shit. And then Madam Web, she pretty much, I can see the future. Oh yes, we must save Mary Parker. Hey, I ain't gonna. Now I give him this though. I know because the movie supposed to take place in the 70s.
No.
Or the 80s.
No, it's like present time.
No, it can't. Because if you watch the trailer, everything is old. Everything is the 70s, 80s based. Like even all the cars, everything is based in the past. Because it has to. Because that's Ben Parker. Ben Parker is the other.
Yeah, I know. No.
Yeah, but
I think if anything, it's probably the 90s. Because Homegirl's like walking around with like her midriff showing and stuff like that.
Like, so maybe like early 90s.
It could be the early 2000s too, man. For all we know, because I didn't see anything that like resembled like old. Because even still, because here's the thing about Madam Web. Like in the comic book, she's an old woman.
In the current time,
and she's blind, and she can see the future, which is why she's always trying to help Peter Parker. And to be honest with you, I like the premise of the movie. I like the fact that hey, we have to protect. In time. Yeah, I like the fact that we have to protect the people that are going to raise Peter. I like that. I think that's a pretty good premise for a time travel movie. So I like the fact that you're going to throw in characters that don't really have the right origin stories. I mean, let's be honest. Like, if my comic book memory serves me correctly, I don't think we have really an origin story for Madam Web. So they're really just kind of making this up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the synopsis or like when. I'm trying to see when does it take place. Like there has to be like a time period of like, hey, it's set.
And I also don't remember Uncle Ben ever being a fucking paramedic.
Well, he's also young, so
again, he in the Sam Raimi's. He worked at the factory.
Yeah.
And and the same thing with Martin Sheen. He was a on hands kind of worker.
Yeah,
like he had a trade. So like
it's another thing too. What multiverse is this movie taking place in? Is it Tobey Maguire's or is it Andrew Garfield?
I think it's neither. I think it's whatever this universe is without a Spider-Man. to be honest.
You think so?
Well, because I mean, they cut a lot of the Spider-Man-esque stuff in Morbius, right? Because remember, like the first couple of trailers, there was like the Spider-Man posters in the background and murderer and all this other stuff, and you're like, okay, well, is it Toby? Is it Andrew? Is it? It's probably more Andrew, if anything, because you know, with whole Gwen Stacy kind of thing, like maybe that's the angle they're going with. And then the movie comes out, and none of that happens. And then all of a sudden, fucking Adrian Toomes just shows up out of fucking nowhere for no fucking reason. Well, the whole No Way Home thing, and then doesn't come back. So, you know, I think this is going to be a completely different Spider-Man. If we even see him, I don't think we will.
Yeah, we probably won't see him for sure. I'm trying to see if I can find it online.
From the way that I took it from the trailer, they're making it seem like these chicks will eventually be Spider-Woman and, you know, all these other characters later on down the line. Not like they already are, right? Because you can't have I mean, I guess you could, but like that wouldn't make sense either. So yeah, unless she's seen, again, she can't see the future, and she does travel the multiverse. Maybe the glimpses that we did see of these characters in their spider get-ups are glimpses from other realities, other universes. So, you know, we just don't know. But I really do think, the premise is really good. It's almost akin to like a Terminator, right? Like, if we kill Sarah Connor, or if we kill Ben Parker or May Parker, right? Because what's her face is going to be playing. Apparently, you know, they haven't confirmed it, but she's going to be playing May Parker. Like, if neither one of those are there to be in Peter's life, like, how does he, you know? And I would assume that they're going back to kill Ben, right? Because when Uncle Ben dies, you know, great power comes great responsibility. Like, that's the whole catalyst.
Oh, the rumor was they go back to kill Mary Parker, Peter's mom.
We'll see. There you go.
Yeah, and so I think I'm looking at certain things about it. I think it takes place in the early 90s because there was a scene in the trailer of someone was holding the actual picture and they flipped it. It said 1975. And so I think the movie takes place in the early 90s. And also, too, a lot of the scenery, like you have a lot of like
yeah, but isn't there a scene in the trailer where somebody's using a cell phone?
No,
I'm pretty sure there is.
Oh, I didn't see one, but I did see like a lot of the cars, like actual cars that was destroyed in the movie, was like 1980s cars, like an old Cutlass and Oldsmobile, and that kind of deal. Then the restaurant
but they're also
where they're
like
fighting at.
Aren't they like in Brooklyn? I'm just saying.
Well, you know. It is what it is.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, you know, there's not a lot of like, you know, nice cars, and you know, it's like fucking Cuba, man. They still got classics.
Well, these don't look like classics. These look like beat up ass cars.
Oh man,
that's for sure.
Either way, man. Like I'll be honest. I'm not excited to see this movie. I'm looking forward to another trailer to maybe possibly get a better synopsis of what the story is. I will not probably go see this in the theater. I'll definitely wait for it to come out on streaming some way, somehow, where it's free and I don't have to pay for it. So yeah, but all right, switching gears. So we got Marvel out the way. Let's talk about some DC. And I will say, I told you, I called it. Nicholas Hoult confirmed to be Lex Luthor, and I could not be happier, to be honest.
I'm so happy. He's going to kill it. He is going to kill it. Now, here's my problem with this movie. You talking about Deadpool 3 being um, diluted. This movie here got way too many superheroes in this damn movie. Way too many.
Like who?
So you now have Nathan Fillion
Well,
is in the movie, and
yeah,
I'm not familiar with a lot of DC characters, but from what I saw, a lot of DC characters.
he's playing Guy Gardner, which is one of the Green Lanterns. You
Yes,
got Homeboy playing Mr. Terrific. Okay, so that's three, right?
you,
Superman 3.
you
Then
got
you got
your boy from Gotham, the bald headed guy. He's playing.
oh well yeah, but they're setting up I think they're setting up the JLA, right, without
Yes,
him in it.
I
And
get it.
there's got to be that. And then you got Homegirl that's going to be playing what's her name? I have it written down right here.
And
Angela
then
Specca, the engineer. She's going to be playing the engineer
yes,
from
and
the Authority.
the rumor is Nicholas Hoult ain't even the villain. Well, he's not the main villain. That's Brainiac.
No, it's going to be Brainiac. It's going to be Brainiac.
Yeah, but he's the. I'm just saying, like you could have a Superman movie. At least don't have as many.
But let's be honest, right?
That's just me. Okay.
Let's be honest though. Do we need another Superman origin story?
No.
Do we need another Batman origin story?
Oh God, no.
We've done it, right? We've seen it all, and which is kind of what they're doing with these characters now going forward. Because the next Batman movie, besides the Batman 2, which is the Brave and the Bold with him and Robin, like they're just going straight into it. Like he's been Batman for X amount of years, and here comes his illegitimate son, and who's like a murdering badass. Like it's just they're just going for it. Damian, Damian Wayne, yeah.
I love Damian. He's an asshole. I love him.
So I like what they're doing, and I like the fact that they're establishing a universe that's already been established, but we just haven't seen it. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I like that. To me, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's overstuffed because I don't know like what role that these characters are going to play within the movie, other than just either being cameos or some sort of supporting thing, and maybe they all come together in the final battle. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's possible. It's just like, oh boy, I'm just hoping if you're going to have a Superman movie, let's just make sure Superman is the main focus. It's at some point in the movie, like he's, not make him like a side character, make him like one of the main focus of the movie.
To me, I think the reason that they're calling this Superman Legacy, and I know they're going with that storyline a little bit and some of the All-Star Superman storyline a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think I like the fact that it seems like the JLA is trying to recruit him to join the team, and he doesn't want to, because I think even though he's been Superman for a little bit, they're establishing him as being Superman for a few years at least, 5, 10, I don't know how many years, but I think he hasn't really come to grips of carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders yet. And I like that. I like that angle that I think they're going to go with in that, because it's something we kind of saw with Man of Steel, especially in Batman v Superman, where he willingly went into court and they're like, dude, you did this and did that. And, the bomb fucking goes off and he's helping, having to take that responsibility on. But I think that they can really polish it off in this movie for sure. And there's a reason. I think that there's a reason why it's called Legacy in the title. So, we'll see. Yeah. I like James Gunn. I have my opinions about James Gunn. I think he definitely he's one of those a la Sam Raimi, where he has too much creative control, where it kind of gets a little wonky, kind of like how I felt about his take on the Suicide Squad. But, he also does some fantastic things. Like we can't deny he's, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker, they're awesome stuff. So, yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, and then rounding it out, we got, so we got Maria Gabriela de la Fria. She's going to be playing the engineer from the Authority. And then we also have Sarah Sampaio. She's going to be playing Eve, which is Lex Luthor's chick bodyguard valet that's always with them. So
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
That's some pretty good casting there. And then my boy Skylar Gassando playing Jimmy Olsen, I think is probably the best perfect
Yes,
casting for a character.
Just a picture of him, just to look at like, yep, that's
He's
him.
all
That's Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, that goofy looking smile, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all for it. And then I don't know if you saw this, but apparently the rumor is that James Gunn got his actors that are always going to be with him, through thick and thin, a la Nathan Fillion and now Michael Roker, possibly playing General Sam Lane, which is Lois's dad. So I'm interested to see how that turns out, because I think that's pretty good casting right there, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
And outside of that in DC, I mean, we really don't have anything else, but a movie that was like 95% done has finished wrapping today, and that's Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, I
Thoughts?
didn't know about that one.
Yeah, they finished today. They
Oh,
wrapped. Tim Burton posted a picture of him in the afterlife waiting room saying it's a wrap. They're done. So
nice. I'm excited for it.
I will say,
I remember seeing that picture of like Michael Keaton giving that guy the truth serum in his neck, the needle. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I see the picture now. I'm on Twitter right now, and I see it. What you talking about? So yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
So obviously we have Winona Ryder coming back. We have Jenna Ortega playing her daughter Astrid. I think that's a pretty spot on name for her character. But
William Dafoe is in the movie.
Who is Willem Dafoe going to be playing? That's exactly what I was about to say.
I found it. He stars as a deceased detective. He stars as a deceased police detective in the afterlife. In life, I was a B movie action star, but I had an accident that was sent me to the other side. So I guess pretty much in the real world, he was that action star that wasn't on the top level, but something must have happened. But he must have been like So what probably happened was he was on set.
Okay.
He was on set playing a police detective. Something happened on set that killed him, and so we went to the afterlife. He pretty much kept that persona of being as a police detective. That's what happened,
dude.
That's how he became that.
And again, we really don't know really what the story of Beetlejuice 2 is going to be. But just hear me out, bro. This is and the fact that you said, I had read that there's a possibility he was playing like an undead detective, right? Mm-hmm. How badass would it be that Astrid, Jenna Ortega's character, sets him free, and they're now having to track him down, and he's like, they need a detective because he's either killing people or doing whatever, and they're just trying to track him down.
Who is Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I think that would be a pretty cool premise, right? Because I mean, the original is a classic; it's a fantastic movie. But he was,
yes, it is.
In essence, he was kind of reserved into what he could do because he was under control, right? Like, he said his name 3 times, he were able to summon him. He said him 3 times again, he went back. So maybe he has a way that he found a way to get out and not be under control, and now they got to trap his ass again. And that's where Willem Dafoe's character comes in. And again, I'm just making shit up, but I think that would be a pretty cool premise.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what's the name of the movie going to be. Is it going to be Beetlejuice 2? But I'm seeing where it's going to be called Beetlejuice.
I think you just call it Beetlejuice 2, man. Just go with it. Just go. Let's go back to the 80s and 90s, and when a sequel was just a number at the end. Rambo 2, Delta Force 2, Predator 2. I think we go back T2, Terminator 2.
Right.
Let's take it back to the 90s and 80s and 90s, man. Just keep that aesthetic going and just put a dose at the end, bro.
Yeah, but I could definitely see that because the pictures I saw of him, it looked like he was in the real world and he
Yeah,
was causing issues. And he got free, he's loose, and he's doing something in the real world to hurt people or kill people. So yeah,
I don't know.
it's
We'll see. I'm excited though, dude, and the fact that we have that coming out next year, and kind of a surprise to most people, yesterday was they are not backing down for the December release date for Sonic 3 of next
nope.
year.
I'm
So they're and I'm for it. They're
I'm
they're
here,
they're guns they're guns ho on that one.
bro. I'm here for it. I'm
I
all
for
here.
sure thought that was going to get pushed back to 2026 or 2025. But I mean, we're on track for 2024. So if they're saying they're not changing the release date, that
They,
means that
they,
script and everything was done. The strike happened and they couldn't film.
yeah,
That was the only thing. So that means that
and
they're going to go balls to the wall on the filming and get into the
and
visual effects
I
and then be
guarantee
ready to
you,
rock.
starting in January, the voice actors is already going to be in studio in
I
January.
wouldn't be surprised if they're in studio now.
They probably are in studio now, and no one knows who's going to be the voice of Shadow. So I'm very interested on the who going to play Shadow. I don't know. I can't even think because I'm trying.
You know who would be a pretty cool voice for
Oh,
Shadow?
is Shadow voice deep, or is it kind of not really too deep, or is it more like high pitched like Sonic's? I
Tom
don't
Hiddleston.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
But not like how he talks normally, because like his English accent is Loki, right? But I
Yeah.
think Tom Hiddleston or even Benedict Cumberbatch.
Or Chris Pratt. Hey,
Hey, he's
hey.
already Garfield, bro. Hands are tied.
He's every voice actor possible. He's every voice actor cartoon character out there. I'm trying to think who would be a good Shadow. Oh my god. Because we got Idris. That's Knuckles.
You know what? If they hear me out on this one, dude. If they wanted to make him like a bad guy, but like smooth talking, Henry Cavill.
Okay, I can see that a little bit.
Henry Cavill.
Shit, you could even do
Or hell, even Sam Rockwell. Kind of give him like a loosey goosey kind of feel, but also like turns on the evil when he needs to be. And the fact that we're
shit.
not getting Jim Carrey coming back, we're going to get apparently his grandpa. His grandpa is going to be the one that sets Shadow free. So we're getting Robotnik, but we're not getting Eggman. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So
I'm trying to think
yeah,
I'm trying to think who would be a good Shadow. I don't know why I'm thinking like uh David Washington, Denzel's son, someone
yeah,
like
I can
that.
see that. I can see Adam Scott, the guy that's going to be playing Ben Parker. He could be pretty good, or even what's his name? He was Lego Batman.
Oh, not Will Fortnite.
Yeah, Will. No, not Will Fort. Not Will Forte. Will. What is his name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about here. Can't think of what's
But type in Lego Masters. He's the host of Lego Masters.
oh damn, I can't spell Lego Masters. Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Arnett. So
Shit. Lakeith David. Lakeith David could be him. I was hyped on him.
oh yeah, yeah.
I can see Lakeith. Shit, I could even see Donald Glover.
Oh, bro, now Don Glover. I'm cool with that. Or shit, I got one for you. He's a very voice actor. Your boy from Mad TV.
Will Sasso?
No, the he was a voice of
Harry Spears?
no. What's that one cartoon? Hold on here. It's coming up here. Oh, Carrie Payton would be a good voice. Carrie Payton plays Cyborg from Teen Titans, who's
Yeah.
also in The Walking Dead.
Mark
Not Keith.
Marquade?
Hell, you could have Keith David. Keith David would be a great voice as Shadow.
Too old, man. I think it would be too. And I know he's supposed to be old, right? Because he's been there since the '60s, but he's technically frozen, so he wouldn't be old. He wouldn't sound old.
Phil Lamar.
Oh yeah, Phil Lamar.
Yeah,
that would be good.
Because he voices your boy, the cartoon. He died and everything. Damn it. He was fighting that demon. Oh my god, I can't think of it. On Adult Swim, Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's also Static Shock.
Yeah, Static Shock. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he will be. I think he'll be an awesome Shadow.
Yeah. There's a lot out there, man. I mean, honestly, I think they have the, I think that's already been done, dude. Again, we just don't know yet.
Or it could be, I didn't think about this one. Do you know who T.C. Carson is? T.C. Carson?
Sounds familiar.
So back in the 90s, he was on that show called Living Single.
Mm-hmm.
He's a voice actor for
that's not Obi Oberton, right? What's his name? His character was Oberton. Oh, he was the smooth guy, right?
The more smooth. Yeah. He's the voice of Kratos on the God of War franchise. That's him.
The original Kratos.
Yes, from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, someone like that, like Phil Lamar. Hell, but I'm cool with. But see, well, I'm cool him or Keith David. I'm cool with that. Because technically,
I don't know, man. Not Keith David. I think it's. Don't get me wrong. I like Keith David, but I think he's too old, man. I think he's too old.
Well,
he'll have too much of an old sound, like old voice. I don't know. I mean, that sounds wrong. Like it'll just you know what I mean. Like
he still does Rick and Morty as a president. He's the president.
An old ass motherfucker, not a young guy.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to be young kind of deal. So, but he needs to stand. He needs to stand out because
he doesn't. But he's frozen. Like the teasers they showed the fucking Frozen 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but
he's not frozen old. He's frozen young.
So, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, the only other piece of really kind of rumor mill stuff that I'm really excited for is another boy spinoff that's going to take place in Mexico. They're going to have two of my favorite Latino actors that have already announced that they're in it, which is, and to be honest, both of these guys I think need more exposure because they're phenomenal actors. Which is Diego Luna. Everybody will probably knows him as Andor, but he's had a lot of roles. Narcos Mexico, The Book of Life. He's done Elysium. He's had a lot of roles. A lot of people don't know. So there's this Kevin Costner movie that I really like called Open Range, and he was in it. He was fantastic in that movie. Kind of an old Western type movie, but he was awesome in it. And then we also have Gael Garcia Bernal, You guys may know him as Jack Russell or the Werewolf by Night. So, he gained a lot of notoriety here in the United States with Mozart in the Jungle, the Amazon Prime show, which is a fantastic show. But he also gained a lot of notoriety with the Spanish films, Y Tu Mamá También. So there's a lot of things that he's been in that I think he definitely needs a lot more limelight. And he was awesome. And first of all, he was awesome in Werewolf by Night. Like, I loved him as Jack Russell. Which here's the thing about comic book characters, right? And I don't think a lot of people really talk about this. Homeboy's name is Jack Russell. He's a werewolf. And there's also a dog breed called a Jack Russell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's just funny, like, how they do things like that. But yeah, I mean, I think that whatever that's going to be, the fact that they're both playing Mexico superheroes, and I'm all for that. Apparently, I think Sholo, who is the Blue Beetle, I think is also rumored to be in the show as well too. So, yeah, man, I think The Boys is really taking off for Amazon, and if I were Amazon, I would start putting more money in that than I would Lord of the Rings. That's just my opinion. The fact that they really don't have 100% ownership of that franchise, it's starting to show. Like, I'm starting to kind of watch some of that because I didn't watch it when it first came out. It's good, but it's also
it's not up to your standards of what you want it to be.
Yeah, because they just can't. They just can't. They don't own 100% of the rights, so they're having to like dance around certain things. And the fact that they have certain characters that shouldn't be around for another 1,000 years just doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't. I'm really struggling here. I'm hoping that it gets better towards the end of the season, but I will say I'm watching Invincible season 2. Oh boy.
I heard that's just badass.
It's really good. It's really good. So far, it's really good. I think I need to watch this week's episode, and then I'll be caught up. But it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. It's really, really good. What else you got? What you got for us, man?
Not too much. Anything else that I know of that I've seen? I'm trying to think of anything else, or that's probably dropped today. Did you watch the trailer?
Oh, Furiosa?
Yeah.
No, bruh.
What? That trailer looks sick. Mad Max Fury Road was a damn good movie. That movie was damn good. And honestly, I didn't realize that was Chris Hemsworth. Did not realize that was him at all.
Okay, I saw the picture. How could you not know that was not Chris Hemsworth?
So because he's wearing prosthetics on his face.
He looks like Chris Hemsworth.
Bro, there's certain parts of the trailer you be like, is that Chris? Like you say it is, but then he's wearing a fake nose.
I'll take it back.
Like
I've only seen the stills. I have not seen the trailer yet. So, but from the
yeah,
stills, I was like, yeah, that's definitely Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, on a couple of the trailer, you see him. He's like wearing a mask, but then you see a close up here. His beard's more fuller. He's wearing a prosthetic nose.
Yeah,
and his nose is longer and wider, and you like is that? And he changed his voice as well. He changed it, so it's like, hold on, what? Chris Hemsworth? But
here's the thing,
and Anna Taylor-Joy, she looks amazing in that trailer. In this trailer, she looks amazing in it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, dude. I'll be honest with you. I really just don't give a shit about the character, to be honest with you. Like, and that's just kind of how I felt about Mad Max Fury Road. Like, the name of the movie is called Mad Max Fury Road, and it took a big left turn with like making him the side character to the movie. And again, it's hard for me to watch. Here's the thing, and it's hard for me to watch those movies without Mel Gibson to be in it. To be quite honest, because he's been that character so many times, and it kind of like cemented his career in Hollywood, obviously. But the thing is, it's like I'm just not. She's just not that interesting of a character to where I need to know her origin story.
Yeah, I get that. It just looks good visually, but technically, wasn't Mel Gibson the side character in Thunderdome?
To who?
Tina Turner.
No, she recruited him because they needed fuel.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I'm saying, but a lot of movies she's in. A lot of movies.
Nobody goes to the theater to go see fucking Tina Turner.
Hey, first of all, this was back in the 80s. She was hot then. She just
it ain't got nothing to do with that, dude. She can't act.
Yeah, I know that, but still, she didn't have to act. She just had to say a couple lines here and there, and make facial expressions.
And don't get me wrong, dude. I love Tina Turner. I love her music. I love her as a person. She's phenomenal. She has an amazing story. But there's no way she was second fiddle or she was first fiddle to Mad Max.
What, Mad Max?
Beyond Thunderdome.
Which it's still a great movie.
It's a great movie. Look how much Mad Max and the second Mad Max movie is. How much different the second movie is compared to the first.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see.
And here's the thing. I like Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like his portrayal of Mad Max. And I get the fact that he's supposed to be Mad Max, right? Like not to me, when I see him as that character, I see him as mad, like he's angry that he lost his family, not that he's crazy.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy went full crazy in Fury Road, like talking to himself and fucking, like he fucking was like a heroin addict. I couldn't. I just couldn't, dude. I just couldn't do. But don't get me wrong, dude. That movie was a spectacle. Like those scenes in the fucking desert when they were on that, the chase scenes and shit like that, phenomenal.
Hey, that's why it won Academy Awards that year.
But I just don't like. How are you going to call it Mad Max Fury Road? And the first quarter of the movie, he didn't do shit. Like he was tied to a fucking car. And then when it does come time, he didn't hardly have any fucking lines. Like it was all about Furiosa for whatever reason. And I just don't know, man. I just didn't. I'm not a fan of that movie, visually, and and the like. Here's the thing: if you had told me you were going to make like this into like a series, I think I would be okay with it. I'd probably watch it, but I don't know if I want to see a movie about Furiosa, a character I really didn't like. To me, she was a fucking pain in the ass. Like I don't know. And then okay, here's the other thing. Honestly, truthfully, I really just don't like Charlize Theron. I don't like her. Like I really don't like the fact that she's playing Clea. Like I just don't like her. She's a good actress, but I just don't like her. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
I get it.
She could play the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I still wouldn't like her.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man, you got anything else, or are we wrapping up?
No, we're wrapping up because I don't think there's anything else I could think of or I saw that's been leaked or announced or like that. So that's all I got.
All right, pop culture fam. Well, that's going to do it for another episode of the Radioactive Pop Culture Podcast. Listen, throw us some ideas. Like we're at the rumor mill right now because there's not really a lot, out per se. Like that's to me worth appealing to go spend money and see. I don't know. What do we got in December? What's coming out in December? That's see if I can't even think about it. Like I just don't. Yeah.
Shit.
I will say the week.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this.
Oh, Wonka.
Oh, dude, that's the only one for me. That's the only one. that I'm excited to go that I will go see in theater. Maybe not opening day, but I'll go see it in the theater. And I wouldn't put it past the week of Christmas. The Marvels is on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, it'll be on there real soon.
Yeah, and that's a shame because everybody that I've seen have said that they liked it. You said you liked it. It had some issues, but it's an entertainment movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Silent Night.
Yeah. See, I want to see that movie, but I don't know if I want to see it in the theater. Like I don't know if that can be one that I could rent at home.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, man. I think that's kind of awful. Like that, because of COVID, like most people are just content with watching movies at home. I guess that's the evolution of cinema. I think it was eventually going to go to that, anyways. I just think it came a lot faster than it was intended to.
Sure did. Came pretty fast. I'm trying to see here. It's a lot of Christmas movies, like TV, a lot of TV shows. Oh yeah, Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman.
Migration. Now that I want to see it in theaters. Migration. The Iron Claw. I want to see that in theaters.
See, I can wait for that because to me, they're gonna drop it because of the award season.
Yeah, that's one I kind of want to see in theaters. I've heard some great stuff about Godzilla -1.
Dude, now that
I heard some great things
about that. I kind of want to see that in theater. I kind of want to see that in theater. I think isn't it like sitting at like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that?
I have
not that I trust Rotten Tomatoes because I could give a book about Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm pretty sure I think it's like at 100 or close to it.
Let me see here. Let's look at it real fast here. Godzilla -1. Yeah, it is. Rotten Tomato, 100%.
What's the audience score?
Not. It's actually 98.
Okay. See.
Yeah, 98.
Dude, and then get this, bro. I think it's like a $20 million budget.
Yeah.
I think it's like something crazy, dude. And that shit looks fucking good.
It looks very, very good.
And here's the thing, dude. Japan doesn't have the fucking bureaucracy that the United States has when it comes to their fucking VLX companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, man, I think that a lot of these fucking people that were on strike, they should have just started their own fucking studios. I think a lot of the issues and shit like that people are going through would have really been solved by just, going away from like the tentpole studios.
Yeah.
Because that bureaucracy, the red tape, man, it's not cutting it anymore. It's just not. There's really no. I honestly would have to say, besides for me, because I love it so much, like there's really no appeal to go to the movies other than to go see comic book movies or something that I'm like Wonka. Like, as much as I was excited to go to see Silent Night, at the same time, I second guessed myself, be like, damn, do I really want to spend? Because my daughter can't go. I mean, I wouldn't take her to go see that movie. But me and my wife, do I really want to spend $60? Right?
$5 Tuesdays.
Even then, dude, you spend $5 Tuesdays. Okay, you're instead of spending $60, you're spending $40. Right? I mean, honestly, like, and that's the shitty part, because that's what is the lifeblood of the movie theater is the concessions. Yeah. And bless their hearts, dude, they're fucking trying. Dude. They're serving alcohol. They got fucking slushies. They got all different fucking types of candy and chips.
Tell your wife, just go ahead and bring a big ass purse with a damn Ziploc container of pork chops, fried chicken.
Hey, listen.
Some steak, some
Ben doing that shit. We used to go to fucking Dollar Tree and get the candies there.
Oh yeah, like, hey, bring a whole meal.
Listen, been doing that since I was little.
I know. Still
bring in a fucking can, pass out little fucking Dixie cups. little sandwich bags of popcorn from the house.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Shit, go to Walgreens, CVS, get you the movie theater candy. That's what we do. That's what my daughter does. Go get her little Swedish fish or whatever.
Shit, you can get that shit at Walmart for cheap. So yeah. But again, I hate doing that because it's the lifeblood of the theater. It just really is, because they do not make money on ticket sales. They just don't.
Yeah.
It's like pennies on the dollar. So, you know, hell, I'd much rather sit on my fucking reclining couch with a blanket and my own popcorn and drinks and candy. And let me ask you this: Do you do any? Like, I know we're supposed to end, but this is just popped into my head right here.
Okay.
Do you eat popcorn at the movie theater?
Yes.
Do you add anything to your popcorn that is like
I stopped
odd or like maybe not like the norm?
No, and I stopped adding butter.
Huh?
I stopped putting butter in my popcorn in the movie theater.
Why?
We getting older, and
you getting older, dog. Don't be dumb about we.
Shit, fuck that. We getting older, and I ain't gonna because normally because when I would do it, I'll put so much fucking butter on the popcorn, like literally my hands is coated in butter. Man, it's enough. I gotta go to the doctor once a year. I ain't trying to fucking have a heart attack because I got fucking cholesterol and fucking too much butter and shit.
You can't have popcorn without butter, dog.
It's actually pretty. I may do it every once in a while now, but I don't put as much butter as I used to. I do the whole one time around. That's it. I don't do. Before I was doing this.
Listen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Here's what I like to do with my popcorn. Right, I put a little bit of butter. Right. Again, I'm with you. I don't put as much as I used to. Right. It's just. Yeah, you know, it don't sit right with the gut as much as it used to be.
Exactly.
But you know what I do?
Yes.
You know what and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's like self-serve now. And it's not real butter. It's just not. It's just like oiled, buttered flavored.
Pretty much.
But here's what else I like to do. And you might think that this is fucking weird, but who knows? Who cares?
I got it.
I like to take usually we just get like the small bag of popcorn because that's enough for me and Andrea, right? Or we'll get the medium now because of Penelope, right? And then we'll just ask for like empty bags so that we can kind of split it between each other so we don't have to keep passing it around.
Yeah.
So I'll take my bag, dump my little share of popcorn in, and then I like to take the Raisinets and dip and throw them inside with the popcorn.
Okay, so I don't do that, but what I used to do is get a handful of popcorn. I put in my mouth, and then I would have sweet tarts, and I would eat sweet tarts and popcorn together. That shit is fucking delicious because it's sweet and sweet tarts is more of a tangy taste.
Yeah.
And the from the butter popcorn, oh my gosh, it's fucking delicious. Like, yes, I used to do that shit a lot when I was younger. I don't do that shit lately, but I used to do that shit a lot. That should be good. But see, actually now I do. Actually, because I go to a different Cinemark sometimes, and I just do a pizza. I just get that.
Yeah.
That I just get one of those
personal pizzas.
Yeah, but because I go to the sometimes lately I've been going to the Pflugerville this town, and that one has that Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
So I just give me a Pizza Hut and a drink, and I'm good with that.
You know where we go? We go to Evo and Kyle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know about Evo. I never been there, but I know about it.
Bro, we get the ices, and you know that shit runs out pretty quick. Even if you get a large, but they have the dispenser outside. They just give you the cup and they have the ice dispenser. Just go and get that bitch refilled.
That's dangerous.
Refilled.
Dangerous.
Go back into the movie, and then on the way out, get you another refill.
That's dangerous. Having unlimited slushies, that's fuck that. That's too dangerous. Especially for a kid. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for sure. We
I
definitely
couldn't.
limit Penelope because that sugar's off the wall for her.
Yeah, I couldn't
But
because my daughter, Zoe, when we go to movies, she wants a large slushie. I'm like, no, you get you a medium. And then halfway through the movie, it's empty.
yeah,
She's the one that moved doing this. The cup. I'm like, fuck it, that shit's empty. Fucking stop making a goddamn noise. Like, stop. Like, she's like, what? There's more in there. No, it's not. The thing is empty. She just be slurping away and nothing. And I'm like, that's nothing in the fucking cup, girl. Stop. But yeah, so lately I just do the personal pizza,
yeah.
and uh depending sometimes pretzel bites, because pretzel bites is a hit and miss at the movie theater.
Yeah,
Actually,
I like a soft pretzel.
Yeah, actually, we need to pause on this because we should. I'll say in a couple of weeks we should go ahead and do a movie theater concession stand
Ranking?
podcast ranking or podcast. This talk about put the headphones out. Yeah,
well, homeboy got excited.
I did. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. That's some good
we
shit.
Should do that.
Yeah,
you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Folks. Next show, we're gonna talk about our
concession
fucking
stand.
Movie theater habits.
the concession stand of food at certain locations, which you get at certain locations because every theater now is different. You got the meal, or a snacks theater, or it all depends when you go to watch a movie and which the concession stand has. So yes, that needs to be our next show. Is discuss that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, you heard it here, folks. Next show, we're gonna rank our favorite. I don't know, maybe top 5, top 10 movie theater snacks or beverages or food or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
We could definitely do that. And that's going to bring this show to an end.
Yes,
Thank you so much for joining with us. As always, please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell for notifications so that way you get your info on the next show and when that's going to happen, especially on our individual YouTube channels, what we're going to be posting. I'll just give you a little bit of a sneak peek. Let me give you a sneak peek on what I'm going to be dropping over the weekend is, hold on. Let me get this one. Real quick.
Okay. What you got?
So I got 2 videos dropping. I'm going to drop one with my daughter, Penelope P. Ray. She's going to be showing off her newest edition of the Lego blind bags. And
oh, nice.
So we got 3 of those we're going to show off, and then I'm going to show what I just all my comic books that I recently picked up. And here's a.
No, you got it. Oh, you got it. When'd you get that? it?
Yeah, boy. I got it Black Friday.
Oh, it came in.
No, I bought them on Black Friday.
Oh, you bought them on Black Friday? I thought you bought it before.
I was there was a Whatnot sale, and I'll shout out some of the stuff, some of the sites where,
nice.
Some of the streamers from Whatnot and where I buy from. There's one in particular that's based out of. They're a U.S. company, right? They're based out of the U.S., but their store is in Canada. But I'll name drop them. They really don't do old stuff. Which I want to get back into because I was really kind of getting hung up on some of the newer covers and art pieces and things of that nature. So they really just primarily do all new stuff, which is how I got that one. But just to kind of give you an idea, I'll show another one. So this is the Return of Superman 30th anniversary special. So it's like a relaunch of when Superman died and came back to life. So this is a variant cover of that. It's kind of a wraparound. You can't see the back.
Of course.
But, okay.
I
don't know if you can see the price tag on there.
Yeah, $130. Yeah.
$130.
How much you got it for?
I got it for $15.
Bro.
$15, dude. You talk about a come up. And it's definitely a 9.8 contender for sure. I mean, it's a good thick spine right here, and the corners look good and sharp. I mean, hey, you can get some really good deals on whatnot if you're looking to collect and get some stuff that you might have missed out on. I'm going to have a stack that I'm going to show off on what I recently got. So I'm going to
Nice.
be dropping those 2 videos this weekend. Full show on that.
Nice.
And again, all of our handles are in the description in the show notes. So definitely feel free to like, subscribe, and follow us on those platforms. And as always, thank you so much for joining us again. I'm Jay Rue, the comic guru, and as always, my partner in crime,
Kung Fu. Yes,
and we
sir.
out.
Man.
Bye.